Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you before.
Oh, you could?
Um, yeah,
Well,
but
what happened is last night when I was testing it out to make sure everything was going to run smooth, it wouldn't let me go in. It said I had to update it. I had to actually delete Zoom and then reinstall it.
which means you lose all your settings.
Yeah, and so my settings, when I just looked in there, my audio was turned way down and my microphone was turned way down.
Okay. Well, I could hear you. It's just anyway.
I don't know. They have to change everything constantly.
Well, sometimes they do that because of hackers, but
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be better in the long run. But
yes.
sometimes it's a little tough to.
So how are you doing this morning?
Good. How about you?
Doing well. This is my last lazy Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Probably yours too.
Yeah.
Sorry about the Bible study that I can't do it next week. It's just I need to meet with the confirmation students.
Oh yeah. That's a busy Sunday.
Yeah. We could either not have Bible study that day, or you can do it in the evening. But if you're going to do it in the evening, I'd announce it this morning.
Yeah, that's what I thought that I'd explain to everybody that comes on here. Probably let them know that I'm going to be helping out too with at St. John.
Yeah. Which I could fill in on most Sundays until confirmation starts back up.
Okay.
It's just, I was thinking about that time because they want to know what's going to happen.
Right.
And even if you've told them before, they still want to know what's going to happen. So, yeah. So, Vicky going to join us this morning?
Yep. She's running the blow dryer right now.
Okay. Good. Do you have any questions for me?
Um, I think I'm okay.
Yeah. Did you feel kind of strange or honored that the whole meeting was about you?
Both. I was a little bit, I didn't expect it. I thought it was just going to be a regular council meeting and they might introduce me.
Their council meetings are far more informal than ours.
Yeah.
So you'll find it out. It's a different dynamic, but that's okay. Rural church. Have you been in a rural church before?
Not really.
I have a book for you to read. So it's what my MMF, what Randy Johnson is in Ohio. His
Uh-huh.
specialty was rural ministry,
Oh,
and he had
okay.
me read a book, and it's written by a former LCMS pastor who's now in the ELCA, but he was a liberal, big city boy trained in England, and his first parish was a small rural church in Illinois.
Oh,
And it's funny. The book is funny. It's sad at times too, but it gives you a sort of a picture about how rural ministry is just a little different.
okay.
So it's. I'll have to remind myself. I'll dig it out, but it's called The Open Secrets.
Okay.
So,
Oh, that'll be interesting.
um, it's sort of funny some of the things that went on.
Well, a lot different culturally. I know I grew up in Royal Oak, Michigan, so a pretty big suburb.
Yeah,
And I consider when we moved up here, I considered this the country, and this was rural living.
it is in some context, but that's even more so. And so here, there's drama. If somebody gets upset, they're going to let you know. There, that may happen, and it may not.
Mhm.
Sometimes I keep things to myself, and so you have to sort of be on the lookout for things. But they're good people. Just yeah, just get to know them, and it's good. I enjoyed my time there. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
And so right now,
Sure, we can turn it on.
What was that? Oh, the dryer.
Yeah, I was sitting in darkness.
Morning, Vicky.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing well. How are you doing?
Good.
I got Rich's opinion. How was your visit on Thursday?
I thought it was good.
Okay.
Trying to remember everyone's names. We both got in the car and it was like, okay, I can't remember this one guy's name. Neither can I.
Oh, did you write that list? We can tell them who was all there.
Oh, yeah.
We think we figured out who that person was.
Yeah, Vicky was Facebook stalking this morning, trying to find them.
I think it's Ron Brown. Ron and Carol Brown. So.
Oh, Rod Brown?
Ron.
Ron. Does that sound?
Ron or Ronnie?
Ron Brown, possibly.
Okay.
This is what you wanted me to say who was there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Julie and Steve.
Yep.
Fritz.
Okay.
Lois.
Lois Miller. Okay.
Okay. Rod Starkey.
Yep.
Eric.
Eric Fisher. That's my brother-in-law, Heidi's brother.
Okay. Carrie, the church secretary.
Yep. Carrie Limron.
Limron. Okay, I didn't catch her last name.
Limron. Yep.
Mike Scherzer. Of course, Carl and Mary Fisher.
Yep.
And then Pastor Bob was there. And Daniel Kemke, what was his last name?
Dan Kempen. He's a pastor at St. John in Midland.
He's the circuit visitor?
Yes, a great guy. If you ever get to preach in that church, it's a church in the round.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, they said that it was the shape of a rose or styled after a rose.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
the altar's in the middle, surrounded by all the pews.
What do you have to do, spin around and stuff?
Probably walk around, maybe.
Dan Kempen said that it taught him that he can't please everybody because he's always got his back to somebody.
Oh, yeah, that's a good lesson.
So, but no.
Yeah, so you're thinking it was Ron Brown?
Yeah, it's Ron Brown or the other one I'm surprised wasn't there is John Goshka. So it's probably one of those two.
Goshka.
Well, Goshka, that's not I think I would have remembered that name unless I didn't
It's probably
hear it.
Ron Brown. The way that you described him sounded more like Ron Brown.
Okay.
So you met Fritz. I love Fritz.
He looked like he could be a Pavlicek brother.
Yeah, that's Ron Brown.
Okay.
Like I said, he could come across loud and gruff, but he really cares a lot, and he's soft-hearted. So
good.
But yeah, it's okay. So that's her. Okay.
Yeah. Now, Fritz, is that her first name or last name or nickname?
I asked her what her name was, and she said, people just call me Fritz. Okay.
That's based off her maiden name.
Okay.
So her first name is Florence. So when you go to the hospital, you have to you have to ask for Florence Dubois rather than Fritz because they're like, no, we have no Fritz here. But yeah, no. She's the one who went into a coma, and her husband died, and I had to inform her with her two sons that her husband died while she was in the coma.
Oh boy.
My gosh.
Yeah, that's one of the harder things I've had to do.
How long ago did that happen?
At least 5 years ago.
Okay. She just seemed to be a person filled with joy.
Oh yeah, I love Fritz. She's called me here to make sure that you guys are treating me right.
Oh, okay. Checking on us, huh?
Telling me that I can go back there anytime. So
that's nice.
So no. She's a very, if you have a Bible study, chances are she'll be there.
She did say that she really misses the Bible study during the week.
Yeah. So, yep. So, yeah. Good
And
people.
Heidi's mom said that they want humor during the sermons. How did
My
she say
humor
it?
is not that good.
You can
So,
tell a joke. We
Yeah.
like jokes.
Yeah, we like jokes, she said.
okay.
Kind of.
Okay. Those two ladies, you don't have to ask you won't have to ask what they're thinking. Fritz and Mary will tell you, which I appreciate. So,
Yeah, that's good. I put a survey on Facebook, Pastor, asking,
which service?
it's Survey Monkey, it's called. And I asked which service they would be attending, and then how many would be in their group. What was the other question I asked? There was another question I asked. Oh, did they need a face mask or, because I said, we require you wear a face mask. If you don't need one, we can provide one.
Yeah.
And so far we had 17 response.
Yeah. What service are they going to?
It's about half and half at this point.
Okay. Could you possibly put a note up there, encouraging for the first week that if they're undecided to go to the 8 o'clock, because we have confirmation now at the 10.
Okay.
And we need a little more room for the visitors, if you wouldn't mind.
Yep.
We just decided that yesterday, and
Have to admit, I'm a little sad today
why?
because I have to go back to work tomorrow, and I've been enjoying my practice retirement.
Oh, that's going to be different.
Yeah.
You can take it at a lower pace if you want.
Yeah, we definitely will. Not quite sure what kind of pace it will be. Is everybody going to be rushing to the dentist, or will they be cautious and waiting?
Well, some people, like Mike Lampkin, he's in pain, and he's been waiting, so I'm sure he'll rush. So.
I'm surprised that they wouldn't see him if he was in pain, as an emergency.
Yeah, I guess his dentures don't fit well, so.
Oh.
But I don't know.
Did you do those dentures? See, that's the problem. Vicki didn't make them.
No, not necessarily the problem.
Well, isn't it hard? Doesn't their mouth change for the first year afterwards?
Yes, especially if they've had recent extractions, which I'm pretty sure he has.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
Because I remember my mom, when she had her teeth pulled, had to wait a while before she got dentures. That was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
You like what you do, Vicki?
I do. I do like what I do. I like to craft. If I'm not crafting at work, I'm crafting at home doing something.
I never looked at it that way, but it is.
It's just a different medium, There it's metal and acrylic, and here it's yarn and fabrics, and just a different medium, but I'm still crafting all day, every day.
Always working with, she has busy hands.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
There's a movie we were watching last night, and there's a scene where a lady is showing him around a retirement home, and he goes, "This is a knitting club," and she goes, "I don't understand why you would have a club for something that you can do by yourself." And of course, Danielle's watching it, and she goes, "Because you can talk with people while you're knitting."
You can share your techniques or how you do things or patterns or new ideas, and oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. show what you're working on, and they would.
Yeah.
And often people who knit appreciate what you've done more than people who don't.
Yes, because
Mhm.
we understand the patience that it takes to do certain things, and you know,
And what's hard and what's
time involved.
Yeah. She likes to knit, so thank you for helping her.
Hey, I love it too. Any opportunity I can to share what I love to do too.
Is she knitting socks yet?
She has.
Has
She
she?
has knitted socks. She's making
She was working
like
on.
blankets or for graduates.
Yep.
Oh, that's neat.
She taught her roommate to knit. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, she taught her roommate at college to knit, and they would sit and watch TV together and knit.
Oh.
So I have a real wild child at college.
I've been trying to teach Rich to knit while we watch television, and he just won't try it.
I don't think I could.
My dad taught my sister how to knit.
Really?
Yeah, his mom taught him how to knit and crochet and tat and all that stuff.
I've always thought I'd like to learn to tat, but I'm not sure that I have the eyesight for it anymore.
You know, and I remember a lady that's probably in her 70s or 80s doing it. And as my eyes are right now, I don't think I could tat.
Yeah. Louise can do it.
Really?
Showing me some of the things she has done.
What is tat?
It's a different way of, you work with like bobbins and a lot of different strings. It's kind of like a weaving, but it's very fine. It's like the lace, like if you see a lace collar, it's often tatted.
Huh.
It would be very tedious.
It's more like string tying.
Yes.
They're little strings that you work with. Here comes somebody.
Here comes Rachel.
Hi.
Hi, Rachel.
Rachel.
Rachel.